Ardmiddag Peninsula, Inchkenneth over there. It's a nice island, camp. Nice, apart from that monstrosity of a massive white building there. All the maggots. Shit. Atlantic slop coming in. The breeze is just 2 to 3. But, slop is big. Thus the paddle around Ardmiddag is abandoned today. No. Again, it's a nice little rocky island. A lot of wildlife here. You've got Alva, Gomitra out there, and then Staffa further out. Treshnish Isles further up the coast. Iona way over there. So it's a lovely area for sea kayaking. You can get the weather. That was a nice paddle, but it was not relaxing. You can camp over there or at the other end of the island. There's more wildlife down this end, but also there's fish farms straight out there. The land is, of course, the island is infested by maggots, of course, sheep, also some cattle, aurochs. I've even seen the people that look after this place, for the owners, bring a strimmer over to cut down the thistles. There's a dead one. Now by law they're meant to bury them, of course they never do. They can do it they like, landowners and those who work for them do it they like. Yeah, they even bring over a strimmer, cut down the thistles. I mean, no wonder there's no wildflowers for the bees. There's nothing left, just grass for sheep and cows. There's one for the crows, the ravens. This is the chapel up ahead in Inchkenneth. Some carved stones here. Carved stones in here too. So even several hundred years ago, people, the Christian pioneers and such like, still came to places like this for retreat, peace and quiet, to get away from the madness of civilization. It's completely mad now. There's nowhere to get away from it now. Nowhere. Very fine carving, that one. Be from the Iona tradition, so called. So why is it that we exploit the land? Well, land that's not exploited for civilization is wasted. We call it wasteland. It's scrubland, it reverts to nature, it reverts to the wild. So here we see clearly how the ethos of civilization towards the land is the opposite of native peoples. So native peoples' attitude towards the land was spiritual, which engendered harmony and respect, where our attitude to land is material, which is financial, and it engenders disharmony and disrespect. And that's exactly what we see today. Isn't even a Christian attitude. I mean, take that man, Jesus. He loved the wildness of nature, not a nice, pretty garden. He went into the wilderness to recharge his spiritual batteries. That's an idea, concept, which is completely foreign to Christianity today. Christianity just shares the mainstream attitude of civilization towards nature, which is exploit, dominate, control. But it isn't essentially a Christian attitude. Well, it's not of that man himself, the main man, Jesus. No. But then what he thought about, what Christianity thinks about, well, can be two very different things. That's the chapel, Inchkenneth. that monolith. I mean, what is that for? It's huge. It's not lived in. The rich people that own this island, oh, they probably get grants, taxpayers' money to keep their sheep, their maggots. They all do, if they want to apply for them. Gross intrusion upon the island. This is the woodland. Oh, there's a few trees right up here. The rest is trashed. Trashed by these things. Now that one will not be trashing the place anymore. Deed. Good riddance to it, I say. Maggots. That's Inchkenneth. Skylark. There's only 6 cows in this island, but they completely trash the place. There's another dead maggot. Disused fish farm. It's going to cut through, but you can't. There's pipes going across it. When the fish farm industry collapses, as it must eventually, the coasts will be covered in these things, abandoned, probably. It's Eorsa. Infested with the woolly maggots, predictably. So force 3 coming down behind me. Requires a lot of respect, a lot of slop coming in from the Atlantic. Up to about force 7 last night. On the map this looks like sheltered water. Not looking out there, it doesn't. One solitary tree, looks like an old oak, growing out the side of a rock there. Just shows you they'll grow anywhere. I mean, the island is basically trashed, apart from the near vertical bits, which are full of herbage, now for insects, bees perhaps in summer, birds. The rest of it, look at it, it's just trashed, nothing. Close cropped for maggots. This little fenced off area just shows you how rich the herbage becomes when there's no sheep. Heather is rich and abundant. The trees have been planted, some of them at least. But they would grow anyway. Very rich, the rest is pretty much dead in comparison. This is the problem with modern sheep farming. It's just like agricultural farming. There's not even room for a hedgerow because it's maximum profit. Well, that's the way it is, of course. That's the ethos of the modern age. That's the way it is. If you get rid of most of the sheep here, you can still have some, of course. It's normal to have some grazing. This is Eorsa, skylarks singing, a few crows, snipe, a few goose. A patchwork of habitats is of course natural. Isn't actually too badly trashed in places, Eorsa. It's got some natural willow, complete with willow warblers, warbling. Basically it's got some willow left because it's so wet here. It's just so wet. The sheep haven't been able to get in and turn it into grass. A lot of rain last night. Not nice for camping at all. Too much wind.